Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. uh, I'm recovering from the cold, so my voice is a little off. But anyways, let's get to our practice session of the day. So what is very important when we practice like this instrument is to have like a sort of a practice plan. So mostly I write down the stuff like I'm working on. And it's like going to the gym. You want to have a warm up session in the beginning, like 10 minutes. Like I mostly when I go to the gym, I walk for 10 minutes to get the blood flowing. So that's the same approach I use to get like warming up with the piano, but then for the fingers. So I try to incorporate like chords, scales, and some technical exercises like Hanon, or how do you pronounce it correctly? I don't know exactly. Hanon. It doesn't matter what you actually choose as a warm-up exercise. Just make sure that you just don't rush into it and just get like ease into it. So yeah, what did I wrote down is like my warm-up session contains like a 5 minute hand exercise. Like I start off with like this. Of course, not like at that speed, but like I'm already warmed up yet. But you get the point. Like I set the clock for five minutes, and then I do that for 5 minutes, and then I try also use a metronome and then speed it up gradually. And sometimes I stick like for 1 week or so, or yeah, for 1 week with one exercise, and then get really up to speed. Yeah, and then I move on to like another exercise. Like mostly I pick like a scale, like major or minor, and then I go to the circle of fourths or fifths, or I go chromatic, or yeah. So 5 minutes, like, and it depends like what I want to do. When I want to do like just a quick how you say it in English, I don't actually know, but like refreshing my memory. So like in one octave, just like working on that kind of stuff, like for 5 minutes. Or sometimes I go like 2 octaves. It all depends like what I want to work on. So it's not really that important, I guess. But just figure out what you want to do and just focus on that until you get good at it. And then when you get good at it, like after a week or two or so, then you move on to like perhaps minor. See, I have to work on that. And I work on this for like another 2 weeks, and then I come maybe back to the major scales, or I go to harmonic minor. Depends what I want to do. So, but it's also important to like get new things into the practice routine as well. So keep in mind to not only stuck with one or two exercises. Just when you know it, just move on to something else so that your fingers get new like movements. It's very important to also do that. So okay, so 5 minute scales, 5 minutes Hanon, and then I mostly do like chords from within the scale, so the diatonic chords. So when you have the B major scale, you also have chords you can build from that scale. So C major 7, going to a C sharp minor 7, to a D sharp minor 7, to an E major 7, to an F sharp dominant 7, to a G sharp minor 7, and to an A sharp half diminished, or a minor 7 flat 5 chord. And then I just practice these. You can also break them up. I missed one, I guess. But you get the point, yeah, you know. Yeah. And you can also go down. Yeah, it's a little difficult. Going down is a little bit difficult, more difficult. See, I have to practice this as well again. So for this week, I just gonna practice like these until I get them really, really good, and then I move on to like another sequence, like C. You can do it in all the 12 notes of the Western musical alphabets. So you can practice this in all the keys actually. But of course, this takes a lot of time to get them all under the fingers. But focus just on one scale at a time, and then just when you do it, like when you practice it like for a week or two, just move on. Maybe you don't know everything yet, but that doesn't matter. But because you come back to it later on, then you can move to another scale like next 2 weeks, and then you practice this, and then the chords of D major or so. And then do the same. You can also like do the inversions, like do all the inversions of these chords. Master at it yet, but I know where to work on. So, but you get the point, I guess. So yeah, the inversions, and then what I sometimes also do is like connecting the chords like in a sequence of fourths. So from B going to E, going to the minor 7 flat 5 chord. It's actually the 7. Again, it's B, E, A sharp, to a D sharp, G sharp minor, to C sharp minor, to an F sharp dominant 7, back to an inversion of B major 7. So it's actually an inversion starting on the 5th of the chord. So you can, and then also from here, so starting from here, B, and then you come out back in root position. Okay, I played like on top, but because it doesn't really resolve when you play the 7, so you can resolve, but and again you can resolve or not resolve. See, it's not resolved yet, but you can resolve like this. Okay. Okay. So this is what I do for a warm up. I do this for 10 minutes, and then I move on to like practicing pieces. So and then I chop like an hour in 4 times 15 minutes. So because I have to stand up for my back. That's a little thing I have to do, because sitting for long periods of time isn't that good for me, I guess. My back starts to hurt. So I just practice 15 minutes, and then I get up for a few minutes, 10 minutes or so. I walk around, and then I sit down back 15 minutes, and then I do that over and over again. Well, this is how I do my practice sessions. I hope this gave you some insight of how I do things. Maybe it's not how you do things, but everybody is free to find his own way in practicing the instruments. Okay, I didn't mention like other stuff like ear training. I didn't mention stuff like transcribing stuff or playing things by ear or improvising, or sometimes I just start to play in this key, and then I just try to improvise in the key with the chords that are in it, and that's also a good idea to get familiar with all the chords. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can also reach out, and then I try to do my best and get back to you. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.